Hi there. I'm a social and personality professor in the Department of Psychology at the University of Manitoba. My students and I work to understand when people are likely to become concerned about human rights issues, as well as how various frames of such issues affect intergroup relations. The main question we wanted to focus on in our research is to understand how First Nations and allies may frame the water and wastewater services on First Nations to increase support for government action on the issue. And our team included Dr. Danielle Gaucher of the University of Winnipeg, Dr. Jackie Verrar of the University of Manitoba, and a group of grad students that included Caitlin Neufeld, Aaliyah Fontaine, and Matthew Quinnell. We considered several strategies, but chose to focus on water as a human right for a few reasons. First, thinking of the issue in this way made sense to our law collaborators, who suggested that perhaps if you get people to think about water as a human right, demonstrate that that right is not fulfilled, then people may feel obligated to take action on the issue. We consulted with community members in the Situate Cree Nation, and they echoed this sentiment. Having identified this basic question, does framing water as a human right increase support for government action, we then designed a series of studies to understand how effective this strategy may be under different circumstances. So in terms of our basic findings, first, one of the things that we consistently find across studies is that support for this issue is high, and that is a good thing. Having said that, we're always interested in increasing support because more action needs to happen on this issue. And even with this high level of support, we have found that framing water as a human right increases support. So just asking people this question, is water a human right, changes attitudes. The effect of this is relatively small, but also reliable. So we found this in student samples as well as community samples that include a diverse group of people. And importantly, we probably find that this effect is small because our manipulations are subtle, but that is intentional because our goal has always been to create portable strategies that could be embedded into any media or simply a conversation. That people have difficulty understanding all of the consequences of not having access to clean running water and wastewater services is another finding. But interestingly, to the extent that people can perceive that not having access to these services leads to suffering, that also increases support for government action. So why does this matter? Well, we need to think of all the ways that we can motivate action on this issue because this issue really does affect people's outcomes. Successive governments have not taken enough action to provide this service, though Canada is resource-rich in water, and this problem is solvable, both because the government clearly has the capability to provide the service, as well as that First Nations are interested in co-developing solutions to the issue.